So I've seen these surfboard bookmarks all over Pinterest, so I really had to try them out. And this is my take on them. Honestly, they're really easy. This is the first one I cut up, heading to the second one. So this is the second one I cut out, and this is how they look. And here comes the harder part, I think, is to pick a design and paint it. Honestly, I went with those really easy designs to recreate, and I hope you got some inspo for yours too. I would like to mention that I used watercolors for this. I mean, you could use whatever paint you have over, but I feel like working with watercolors is kind of more fun and easy. I feel like blue and orange have these like very summery vibes, which is something I really appreciate about these colors, and this is why I use them for my surfboards. And voila, this is the final result. I really love them, and I would highly recommend you try them out. The designs are endless, and you could be as creative as you want. So I picked like a bunch of seashells from the beach last time we went. They're so pretty. It's gonna add such a cute touch. I wanted to show you before I used them with the air dry clay. I think it's time to try something really fun. My knees are gonna hate this. I'm really not that good with air dry clay, but I tried my best to make and recreate the things I saved on my Pinterest board. I mean, I think I did pretty well. I'm not a pro at this, but I think it's pretty good. So this is how they turned out before the painting. So I'm gonna let them air dry for a while, and then I'll come back later to paint them. So this is how they look, and I have the paint here. And here we get to the painting. You could be as creative as you possibly can. Pick the prettiest colors, the prettiest color combinations, and paint your charms. And because summer is also a season where everything is colorful, I picked those blues and pinks just for the fun of it, you know, for fun charms. Now I'm gonna have to use nail colors to seal everything. So I have this top here that I've never worn. We're gonna turn it into a scrunchie. I have to measure out 60 centimeters by 17 centimeters, and then we'll go to the sewing part. The cutting was not as easy as it looks like because I had to keep like, you know, a straight line. I've been cutting for a while now, and I took the longest pause, but here's what we're working with. So I'm gonna have to sew it right here. Always keep in mind that if you have a design or something and you want it to be on the outside of the scrunchie, which is quite normal, then it has to be on this side. So this could be 10 times easier if you have a sewing machine. I didn't, so I had to do it manually. I've been doing this for half an hour, I guess, and I've only done this part. I still have all of this to go. It takes time. So this is after I finished it. It looks like this. And now I'm gonna have to flip it over. Not over, I'm gonna have to flip it inside out. Anyways, this is how it looks now. So the length of the elastic depends on how tight you want your scrunchie to be. I used here 25 centimeters, but you could use less or more. All I have to do is to sew these two parts together. It's so pretty, I love it. I think this scrunchie turned out so good and cute, and it's exactly how I wanted it to be, and it looks actually like my inspo. So one thing about me is that I'm not really good at painting. I don't practice as much, and I really wish I did. So this is why I decided to try this one DIY from Pinterest. I got some inspo while scrolling, and I tried to sketch it out first. I really started to enjoy the process even more when I started painting. So these are the results for day one. This is how it looks. This is the day right after. I tried to do my best. I stained it here. I'm using here oil paint because that's all I have. If you have acrylics, use them. I think they're so much easier to deal with. I also stained this rug and I had to clean it, so protect your working space. We'll see where we'll get today. This is the closest shade I could get to sand, so we're just gonna paint with that. Plot twist, it kind of dried 10 times darker than what I expected, so be careful. This is taking so much time, but I like it. It's taking a lot of time. I really went the extra mile by trying to paint waves. And here's some real footage of me trying to hang this on my wall. Honestly, I'm not super satisfied with the results. I mean, I could do better, but for a beginner, I think it's a really, really good try, and I hope I'll get better at it.